Yesterday we went for a meeting with the professor who's looking after my treatment for a midpoint review of this second phase of treatment. We thought it was just to do a general how you doing, but when we arrived she said she wanted to do an ultrasound just to get a sense of whether or not there'd been any movement. Now what I'm about to share with you I have to caveat, because ultimately we won't know for certain until an MRI is done, which is at the end of treatment at the end of July. And ultimately, actually, they need to do a mastectomy to take tissue to examine whether or not pathologically what I'm about to share with you is absolutely accurate. But what happened was they were unable to find any trace of any cancer anywhere, not just in the breast, but also in the underarm area here. We've got to bear in mind that on 3 occasions, I've been literally days away from having the mastectomy and a full auxiliary clearance of all of these nodes, up to 30 of them, which would have left me with a high probability of lifelong lymphedema and everything that goes with that, all the complications and limitations. So that in itself, for me, is incredible. And I feel like we're getting a glimpse here. We're getting a glimpse of what happens when we take God at his word, when we allow the Spirit to lead us, and when we take accountability for what we need to do in the knowledge that God will do the rest. That might be through diet, it might be through exercise, it might be through what the medical profession can advise, whatever it is in our circumstances. I just believe that we're seeing a glimpse of what's possible. And I believe it's the power of prayer that's enabled us to get to this point. It's not just about the end outcome relating to the cancer, it's about the journey and the steps that we've needed to take for that outcome to be possible. And as a result of that, I just want to say thank you so much. I know there have been people all over the world who have been holding me in your prayers for days upon days and weeks and months. And it's just been so wonderful. I've literally felt your prayers. There have been times when I've said to my mum and to Andy, I know someone's praying for me because I've had an injection. It's been like putting my finger in the socket and feeling an extra boost of peace, or an extra boost of strength, or an extra boost of courage. Literally felt those prayers. And I think that this is a testimony to the fact that God does hear our prayers. He does answer and he does respond in his timing, in his way. If we give him the space, he will move those mountains. So whatever it is that you're wrestling with in your life right now, I pray that this will bring you some encouragement too, that he is with us and that he will give us a life of victory the way he always intended it to be. I'll keep you posted.